You are looking live at the Royale with Cheese Arena, or what used to be, but still kind of is. And we are about to go live with the playoffs of the Lewis League, such as it is. Very exciting, very esports, very high quality entertainment to pass your evening. Thanks everybody for joining us. It's going to be Albany versus Boston tonight in a matchup that's a best of 5 series. We will see 3 games tonight, so every game counts here on this channel. It certainly does. It counts to somebody. Presumably you. So yes, again, thank you for being here. I am Winners with the One. This is Winners TV, and Albany and Boston are preparing to join here in a few, I would suspect, as have to say our farewell to the season to Colorado, who did not make it to the finals by a mere 2 points. A mere 2 points separated them from a spot in the postseason. So it just goes to show every game counts. I mean, that 1 or 2 games that you might not have been able to show up for, had to forfeit, or that, could have gone either way and it went the other way. Those are the things that come to haunt you at the end of the season. And so it goes for Colorado. A great effort, great people on the team, and lots of players who will be back in the mix, whatever league comes up next after the Lewis League has proven to be very successful. Thank Lewis Friend and everybody who's putting this together, supporting this thing. There's a lot that goes into it, and so it's very, very nice, and it's gone very well so far, and we'll see how it goes here in the playoffs and eventually the finals. The playoffs are in a best of 5 format, as I said, and the 2 teams, Albany and Boston, will play for a spot against Toronto next week in the finals, which will be the best of 7. So a lot on the line, and if one team, we could see a sweep tonight. The thing could be settled. I don't think it will. I think these 2 teams will match up pretty closely. We're going to see some great offense and importantly some great defense and goaltending as well. And we're starting to see them come in. There's Meat, of course, a veteran of this game and many other esports titles. I don't know how he did in the BCS Cup. Hopefully well. I don't know who ended up winning that. I saw their roadmap over there. Those guys have a lot going on. Shout out to them. More stuff, basketball, volleyball even, I think. So a lot of indie niche esports stuff going on. We're going to be covering that, but especially hockey, because we've really got some interesting things going on with hockey. And we've been telling you about that. We will have more to tell you about that as we go. But yeah, it's getting about time to drop the puck, and the heavy hitters from these teams are here already. And so presumably the rest will follow. But yeah, it's been a very entertaining brief season. It's gone a couple of months, and we've seen some very strong play. There's always the question of whether the game will slow down, whether people will have the same kind of skill level that they did. And the answer to that is, well, yeah, they do. It's they haven't lost a step. They may have even gained a step or 2. So it should be a pretty exciting night, as the postseason always is. Any kind of hockey playoffs are always good playoffs, and we are promising that at the very least. Okay. Oh, Gandhi's not on the team. Okay, so man, you hate to get rid of Gandhi. I mean, it's like a game of civilization, man. But nevertheless, it's time for the big boys to get on the rink, and so I have to clear things out. Here are your lineups for Albany. They will be in blue. They are Frog, Lewis Friend, Meat, Huey, and BG. And in red, it is Boston, Doug, Juice, Sully, Never Lucky, and Loosh. As tremendous lineups on either side, a very strong performance throughout the season to get these teams into second and third place, respectively. And now it is to be decided who gets to go on and face Toronto in the finals. Now, Toronto had a very a swell season. They were strong all the way through. So this will be not only a test of these two teams, but a test of who's ready to take it to the next level in the finals. And so we begin play with Kiwi taking it behind the net. Looking for Frog there, had a pass going, but Sully sees that and stops it, sends it back out. And now the push begins. Never Lucky's going to clear it out to Loosh, though, and he's loose at the blue line. He's going to have a shot here. Oh, but the poke check by BG is going to pick that off of the stick, and Sully will gather it in. Oh, shot on goal. He shoots and scores! How about that? I think Lewis Friend might have been distracted somewhat for that one to go through. It's hard to say. Well, he's been doing like 10 million things, like behind the scenes, in addition to actually having to play his position for his team. So, he could have been answering half a dozen DMs at the same time as trying to make that save. So the level of difficulty is a little bit higher. But you never know. Either way, that's a goalie goal by Sully, and that makes it 1-0. You always got to take your shot anytime you have a chance to. And as Wayne Gretzky said, you miss 100% of those shots that you do not take. And now a similar shot going on net. Sully is going to see that one easily. Now it's center ice. A loose puck picked up, and they're going to try to advance it here. Meat, as they are going to pay close attention to Meat. You see two guys right there immediately as soon as he gets close to the puck, which makes that's always good thinking. He's a player to watch. As is BG. Now advancing the puck through the neutral zone. That's going to go on net, sorta, as Sully will take it across. And they'll be forced to dump and chase here. I guess the offside was waved off. I think there is offside rules in the playoffs as well. There are true throughout the regular season. What a save, Lewis Friend. As the backhand rifle shot really gets him there. As a tough angle to make a save from. Remember, these players do not have full body collision. All they have to make the stop is just the blade of the stick. So good stuff from Lewis Friend. As the first goal, I'd like to have back, but makes up for it on a dangerous attempt, and now dangerous right across the crease. Sully watches this across Doug, now to Loosh, and he's got Juice on the other side going for it here. They'll have to tip it back, and yes, again, yeah, I see the offside is on. The offside warning is a nice aspect of having the offside on, so at least they see the ref waving it. So I'm curious as to see how the players felt about that overall. This is the first season that we've seen with the full use of things like offsides, and I don't think they used icing, but a stop by Sully on a long shot, rebound cleared away. Loosh now picking it up, trying to make a move. A lot of enemy players there, and so nothing doing, and it will be up to BG to reset the offense. As this has been a very eventful first period, almost the end of it now. 47 seconds left, and a 1-0 lead by Boston in this game one of a best-of-5 series. Toronto awaits the winner. And it's still pretty wide open at this point, of course. We don't know if the mercy rule will have to be played, as that's if you get a 6-goal lead, then it's waved off. It's game over, man. So, well, we've had that happen a time or two this season, but for the most part, pretty evenly matched every night. A pretty good parity as far as the league. You know, you got 4 teams, so there's only so much. But that's going to be expanding, as is this game, into the second period as we end the first. Score still 1-0, or 1-0 as they say overseas, I guess. Port this game to VR. Oh my God. Yeah. There have been some I think some modding attempts of some of the Cryptic Sea games to do VR. By the way, this is a Cryptic Sea game. It is Hockey ? In case you're looking at this and wondering what the hell you're watching. It's a free-to-play game. It is made by Cryptic Sea. It is about 10 years old and still popping off. And more so than ever. A more exciting time than ever has been in the game. More attention being drawn to and from the game than ever before. It's a thrilling time in Hockey ? History, and not just because we're in the playoffs. But although that does help. A lot is going on. We've got people development stuff going on, and some new cool things being added potentially to the game, and things that we're going to be going into more detail as we go. But yeah, people have talked about, to answer the question, it's not really a question about VR. It's been something that, here's a meat is going to shoot and score here. Are they just giving him? I'm not sure if he got loose on the breakaway there. If so, unsurprising play by Meat, and that will tie it up at 1. And now a stolen puck. Wheeling and dealing, not able to get it to go. But yeah, we'll tell you about the hockey history that's being made. There's a big save by Lewis Friend later, I guess, because we've got hockey history to be talking about right now. As again, across the blue line, they will carry this in. Sully will do business across to Lush, and he's looking for Doug over there along the boards, but it does get past him, and now Meat again with the puck, again with pressure immediately placed on him. As Kiwi there to go pick it up. Now Frog across to Meat. Pass nicely laid in. Shot does not go. Just wide. You see him trying to put some stuff together here, as they're playing pretty good man defense, so let's start trying to open up some passing, but still a close game. Nobody wants to commit too much, too far. Don't want to give up any offensive advantage or defensive advantage. And so it's a pretty conservative style here in the postseason. So yeah, we don't expect any blowouts, but you never know. I mean, crazy things happen. It's the kind of game where crazy things happen. And that's one of the reasons I think people continue to play it. It's unlike any other sports title. Here's a shot, goes wide, Sully. The touch on it. Not really having to do much else, at least on that attempt. Now they're going to make a run for it here. Boston into the zone, nearing a minute left in the second period. A close game. You can't get much closer than a tie. So sets up a very exciting third period. In a best of 5 series, the game 1 is very important. They all are, because there's only 5 of them and potentially 3. And that's quick maths. 49 seconds remain in this one. In the middle period, again the offside, but this one is going to stick. So yeah, we don't see it having to be called much. I mean, everybody's pretty good about obeying the laws of offside. But yeah, it's a big change to the way the game is played. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Over the years, changes get made to the game, and some work and some don't. I was very interested in, I casted the EHL finals. You can find that on YouTube, on the IBN Casting YouTube, but on this very channel too, on Winners TV. It was the guys in Russia and Eastern Europe. Oh, and meat. A ridiculous shot and score. Second of the game on the assist by Kiwi will make it 2-1. Right there in the waning moments of the second period. You can't be relaxed for even the past, or just a few seconds. That's as long as it takes for Meat Cell to deliver another goal. And that will carry Boston down 1 into the third period. As Albany looking good here with the opening shot right off the draw. However, that does not go, and BG content to just clear this out. I guess they do have icing not turned on. Or 2-line passes. But I think all that exists. It does exist, but yeah, whether they use it. But yeah, we're talking about the EHL. They've traditionally played 4v4. And I remember when North America went 5v5, and they're like, I don't know. And then they tried it, and I don't like it. And then now it's their finals was 5v5. So it's evolution of the game that ended up taking root worldwide, whereas sometimes things do not. That one certainly did. Here's a wide shot, and across through the crease and out. Frog now on the attack. BG playing it off the board here, across the blue line. May take a shot, may pass this across. Oh, and broken up. They saw that coming. So now it'll be up to Meat to regather the forces for another shot at this. 3:28 remaining. And now the pressure starts to loom as Boston needs to get a score to stay in this game 1 of the best of 5. As it's going to be this way pretty much the whole series, would be my guess. It'll stay pretty close. Most of the games will be determined by a goal or 2. So now again, another offside. As it sort of becomes a position game at a certain point too. So a lot of this just about establishing place in the zone. But Juice looking for the long pass. And that's broken up on the back check. Now here is Frog. With some momentum, he will launch this. It will go well over the net. Picked up at the blue line. Kiwi shot blocked. Bouncing puck now in the corner meet. Looking for somebody to crash the net here for the one-time attempt, but they are not there, and so it is a chance for Boston to set up a response. We'll have to backtrack a little in order to do so. Now Lush at center ice will gain control of the puck briefly. Now Doug to pick it up again. And all the while this is going on, the time continues to tick down, and so Albany very content to play this game, just stay in the neutral zone and keep them occupied. Or as they say in Spanish, ocupado. We're down to a minute and a half. And still looking for that goal. As he had Juice there, the double team gets to the puck first. Now Never Lucky. And he's been good all season long. This could be a chance for some thrilling heroics. Shot save, Lewis Friend. As he redirects his puck into the corner. Now it is Kiwi's puck again. He will look for the long pass / shot. Sully on the save / puck control. As he will head back into the net as BG starts to move this inward. Under a minute now. Things become very tense. As now Juice. Pressure on the puck. Gets free. Kiwi along the boards. Gets it out. And they have 20 seconds now. Just going to launch it at the net. Save, Lewis Friend. Puck is cleared. 13 seconds. They'll try again. Sully's out there now. Lush spinning. Doug. Shot on empty net on the other side. It will go wide, and that will end it. That is game one. And so Albany takes the 1-0 lead over Boston in a pretty interesting best of 5. Or gambling with the rest will be interesting, right? That was pretty interesting. As we waste no time getting right into it here. That's the way we like it. So thank you for watching this incredible display of cyber athleticism and some of the best in the world. You won't find many better hockey ? Players in the world, like ever. Well, they're in some parts of the world, but we cover those too. Here's a shot right off the bat and right off the post. Does it look like Lewis Friend may have gotten a little help from the hardware, but he also fought that off. So already things happening in this first period. Like we said, wasting no time. And trying to shovel that one through is Never Lucky, and it didn't quite make it through the heavy traffic. And so now Doug picking it up, putting it towards Lewis Friend. He chops one just over the net. Sometimes you hit those just right and you can make them land in the proper way. And Kiwi with a good goal right there. A ridiculous goal. An amazing goal. as pretty much a solo effort, but Meat will get credit for the assist as 1-0 is your score. You're early in the first of this game too. Anyway, thank you for joining us. A few more people enjoying the esports than usual. I mean, millions of people watching around the world. We appreciate them very much. And what a shot there as it goes just wide of the net. As Sully didn't have to do anything on that one, but just silently guard the middle. It's the most fun position in all of sports, really. I had so much fun being a goalie back in the day. And being a goalie in this game, as we often point out, it's a lot like pimping. You know, it ain't easy. Shot saved, Lewis Friend making it look easy. But yes, I assure you it's not. Nor is pimping. Yes. I have experience with both, and so I speak with authority when I ain't gonna get on here and bullshit you. If I have a mic, I'm telling you the truth. That's been a lot of the problem. Some of these people, I should be using my platform more for good against evil, and I haven't been, and I'm gonna. And you know, what better weapon? You know, and yeah, it's time to get the weapons out. But here is Meat. He's definitely a weapon for this Albany team with a 1-0 lead. Hoping to extend that now. BG. He gets the touch on the puck, sends it towards Sully, who will be forced to make the stop as that was going on net. Now Doug with the clear to Juice. And puck stolen. Slammed along the boards. This one will dribble out, and Never Lucky will take it around. To begin the offense once again. Nice pass right on to Doug, and we'll let this go into the corner. They will try to hold the puck here. I have to circle around to do so. I will leave a minute left on the clock here in the first. Trying to come in from behind. Not far behind, though. As a nice breakup of the pass. With 40 seconds remaining. I don't have time to pull the trigger a time or two more. Oh, that was a very good idea there as he had Meat coming across and there's not able to make the connection on that pass. But oh boy. All they need is one of those to connect. And yeah, it's all over. You know, again, 15 seconds. Now the pass to Meat. As this one laid into the boards. We'll travel a little extra and far enough to keep this out of danger to end the first and take us to the second. So far, it's mostly been Albany as far as they won the first game. They're leading the second game, and they're looking pretty sharp defensively. It's up to Boston to see how they respond to this here as this second period begins. And that one fell dangerously in front. Sully able to keep an eye on it, however. And now they've got a shot in. Lewis Friend through the crease and out. Here is Juice, looks up the ice for Doug. He's got Luce on the other side, but he backed off and let Doug fire this one, which was blocked. And now they'll send it back in again with the offside. Warning comes up, so they have to get out of the zone to play it back in again. And yeah, sometimes on those you can kind of catch people having to get back on side and kind of a good sneaky moment. And here's a nice dish across a shot. The save by Sully! Incredible. As that whole sequence was well planned, and he'll slap at this one. It's flying through the air as well, but it will go just over the net. But a big stop there. And they're probably going to need a few more of those from Sully before this is all said and done. But they're also going to need to score some goals of their own. That's something that they haven't really been able to do. They've got good puck movement. Their possession it seems to be pretty good. It's just a matter of finding those spots, and some nights you can and some nights you can, and so still plenty of time left in this game and indeed this series, as they've got some dudes who can figure it out, but they've also got to figure out how to stop this Albany team. They've been very, very relentless in terms of their offensive push. I mean, you've got Kiwi, you've got Meat. They're going to keep coming at you. The 1-2 punch. It's like Stockton and the Mailman. It's just heavy pressure. And continues to be as we go under the 2-minute mark of the second period, as they maintain their lead here. As Boston trying to gain a foothold in this series. A goal right about now would certainly help their chances and maybe tip some momentum in their favor. As the launch, Lewis Friend on the save. As Doug tries to get one on net, and yeah, sometimes that's all you gotta do is just get some shots on there. They can't stop all of them. And he's got a good chance to try again, and Juice! He gets a step on the defense and instinctively shoots at the perfect time, puts the biscuit in the basket to tie this thing up at 1. A much needed goal by Boston. Under a minute left to play in the second period, and we are tied in this game 2 of the finals of the Lewis League. Wow. So from there we progress as Juice is going to try to find Never Lucky there. They both skate across to get a stick on this. 26 seconds now. And yeah, it's definitely a little more spring in the step of this Boston team. There's a little more excitement, one would think, in the voice chat. But I'm told they don't really talk much at all in the voice chat. And that's very surprising. Usually, I don't know, I've done a lot of esports, and you've always got at least the one guy that's like fucking general, he tell you exactly what to do, go left, take the middle lane, and then you've always got the the Captain America from the HBO show. We're not gonna make it. Oh, we're all gonna die. But yeah, surprisingly quiet calms for this game. Oh, an emphatic save there to kick off the third period, as Sully had to come out in an imposing fashion to make the stop on that save. And yeah, sometimes being a goalie is about making yourself appear bigger than you really are. There's several techniques. I won't go into them. Oh, but Loosh! No technique, but just strong wrist shot there as he makes it 2-1. The assist from Doug. And Boston has taken the lead. Is that the first time in this series? I suppose it is. It is now. So can they hold on? These have been very close games. And sometimes, a 1-goal lead is not necessarily a lead of great comfort. So they've got 4 minutes to hold them off. And this is a team that's always looking to make some offensive shenanigans happen, just like that. And Sully, with authority, pushes this out. And so now Lewis Friend in the corner. Puck stolen. Oh, and he got back to his net, but an offside gets called too. So I think they were hoping to kind of catch him looking on one, but no, it does not go that way. So here is BG looking for the pass across. Broken up battle, neutral zone. Lewis Friend comes out and pushes this right back into the middle. Now his team possibly has a shot. They've got to get to this past a couple of players, and the fellas in red for Boston are going to reject their plea. And so now at the blue line, only briefly because an offside is called. Yeah, as far as casting the games, I can't say that they've really affected the flow of play in a super negative way. I mean, it's an interesting experiment, and it's something to be conscious of as a player. If there might be an offside, and you have to look for those things. So it does change the approach somewhat. But yeah, we'll post-mortem the whole thing after the finals and see if did you like it or not. Oh, and this shot going across and out, a rebound attempt from the opposite direction does not go. 2 minutes, third period, and still hanging on is this Boston team. They lost that game 1 in a similar but reverse fashion. Now trying to hang on to the 1-goal lead they have accrued in this one. Oh, and rejected by Sully. Once again, a huge stop. The goalies have been great, as one would expect in the playoffs, but hey, you still have to make note of it because they've both been really good. Now they have to be good again. Here's a shot. It's gorgeous as he picks the corner with his second of the game. And yeah, this just in, these guys are pretty good. I mean, they can put the puck where they want to, need to. And he saw that room on the far side of the net and knew he had to put it over there to get it past Lewis Friend, and he did. So with 1 minute left, that may be the emphatic goal that they needed to finish this one off, which will at the very least, assure that there will be no sweep tonight, that this series will continue and that we'll go more than 3 games. And we will play a third game right after this. And so one of these teams will come away from this evening with a 2-1 lead in a 5-game series, which would, if my math is correct, and it's been a long time since I had to do this kind of ciphering, but really I think it was if they win one game on Thursday, whoever wins 2 games tonight will go to the finals. Wow. So that's a lot on the line, thousands of dollars, and you know, a brand new Alienware computer, and you know, amount of cocaine from Activision Blizzard, and that can all be yours. You know, why should I care about sponsorship anymore? They're like, you're not even a real partner. You're like a test partner. Yeah, it's like, well, they've been testing me for like 9 years. I'm giving myself an A. I'm saying I fucking passed. But it's a matter of perception, and what we have found is that all the good deeds, all the esports achievements, all the great legends of things one has done in the past don't necessarily on the exchange rate to clout on the market don't really yeah. So here we are. But that's okay. We've got other directions planned. So when one door closes, another opens, and when other doors close, you kick in the door and say we're here. So we may be taking a bit of a time out here, probably using a bit of the warm-up period of 5 minutes in between games to let everybody have a bio break, I believe is the term we always used. And so we can kind of recollect what we have seen and ponder what it all means. Wow. I would say that we have witnessed some incredible cyber athleticism by some talented young men who have a great future of huge salaries in this esport, and I see no reason why that won't continue into this third and final nightcap game of this evening. And the playoffs will continue this Thursday. I'm going to be around Thursday, so they didn't ask me to, but I'll probably be around to go ahead and cast that so you can have the whole thing right here on this channel. So the people that have to do the stats is they're like, oh shit, no, because they have to listen to me that many more hours of my drivel. But it's good drivel. I mean, that's what I've decided. There's worse drivel in the world, and you could be watching shittier things with terrible people, children that suck with British accents playing Minecraft. Oh, I'm making lore about my Minecraft. The millions of you fuckers will watch it and ship me with other people. That's your thing, great. But we're doing esports over here, and game 3 is now underway as the puck has dropped, and there is much to be decided, specifically who is going to win this third game in a series that is tied. And both teams had some standout performances, and it's hard to determine who's gonna. I mean, this is why wagering is such a big money thing. There's so much to be speculative about with regard to these two teams. But one thing that we can tell you for sure is that Meat Sale is a talented cyber athlete, and he shoots and scores as if to demonstrate the truth of my words. BGP on the assist, and it is Albany who takes the early lead here, 1-0. As Meat Sale, he's a player we've watched in several games, not just hockey ? And we shout out to all the guys that play a bunch of these types of games, and throughout our travels in casting, we see a lot of the same names and see a lot of success from the same names. So it's a tribute to those people and the amount of time they've devoted their lives to, you know, doing this instead of, curing cancer or whatever else they'd be doing otherwise. So thank you. So we appreciate you not curing cancer to be a great esports athlete. So, yeah, everybody has to make sacrifices in this life, I suppose. So, Kiwi now to meet, and they were looking to make one of those little fast break moves that they often do, but not able to get this one going. As a little disturbance on defense is able to disrupt their attempts, and so Lewis Friend with we're about halfway through this first period of this game 3. And so far, the goal from Meat being the only strike of this particular bout. This kerfluffle, this fracas, this brouhaha, this rhubarb, this tilt. I'm going to stop there. 2 minutes remain, and by whatever name you wish to call this contest, and Frog will now try to advance it as they've got Kiwi now looking for Meat on the long pass. Doug sees it, stops it. Loosh now with the puck as he carries it towards Sully, but remembers that, hey, this is my net, so we're going back the other way now. And a rocket shot will disappear in the upper bowels of the Royale with Cheese Arena and plonk down safely into the corner. Yes, this game is a physics-based game, so it's very much known for its physics that are based. And sometimes, I think the way it happens is like the puck gets between one stick and another, and it's like it's going back and forth, but like a million times, and then it just kind of rockets away at ridiculous speeds. And that's led to some very entertaining goals in the past. And, and there was a very entertaining near goal as they're looking at an open net and not able to do the deed. 25 seconds remain. As things have kind of settled down somewhat in the first period with occasional flashes of chaotic events. Your typical hockey question mark game. That's why people keep playing it for nearly a decade. And that would have been a nice shot if it would have made it in time, but the end of the period thwarts the attempt, and so we will continue on to the second period. Which usually follows the first one, as is tradition. So now at the center line is Meat. He will take a shot here that will fly over the crossbar. Collected by BG. Now the wraparound attempt. A few slaps at it, and the loose puck now taken by Juice. He gets it to Doug, and Doug trying to make some moves here. He gets in a position to shoot, and just wide. As now an attempt in front. As good intentions. He lays one into the middle. But the seed will bear no purchase. as and we'll start again with Kiwi. He'll be looking for meat on the long dish. And a loose puck will be left to Juice to contain. And yeah, starting to see a little bit of possible lag here. I don't know. It may be just me. It may be everybody. I don't know. But there's no like interpolation or anything on this game. So I don't know. Maybe that's something we'll look at. Yeah, note to self. Okay. 3 minutes now as it is Frog to me. Yeah, sometimes the internet is, and this game is a very ping dependent kind of game. And so it's really prohibited the playing of the international game because, the pings overseas are a difference maker for either side of the pond, they say. Here's the nice pass across. The attempt was blocked as they got in the middle of the passing lane there. Nothing doing, and so now it will be up to Kiwi as the triple team will take the puck away from him. And now here is in the corner, Frog. As, yeah, everybody's just kind of, it's become a position game once again. Now here is Meat, a triple team again as they converge. And the offside is called. Exactly at the 2-minute mark. So here is Meat, just above the face-off circle, manages to get that on net. And so now Lewis Friend getting involved in the play. That is Doug with the steal. They'll have to circle back. Meat with time and room shoots. It goes wide. 1:31 left. Now the follow-up shot from the opposite side of the point. It also travels wide. And so big happening is at the end. Big save by Lewis Friend as a leaping stop will keep that one out of the net. Beautiful pass right on to Meat. He's got room, he's got time, and he buries it 2-0. And Frog on the assist. And just like it's drawn up on the board. Boy, oh boy, and it is 2-0 with under a minute left to play in the second period. So Albany. A big play by the Albanians. Now here is Lush. Long pass across. Is he going to shoot this? Yes, he is. And it lands just short of hits the side of the net. We're at the 30-second mark. Here's Mead again. Gets past the defense. Shot saved by Sully. As he stood his ground point blank. Made the stop there. 11 seconds. That may be the last shot we get before the second period expires. Maybe time for one more. 3 seconds. Nah, that's going to do it. And so we go to the third. A very important period for this series. Pivotal. Because we are tied at 1 game apiece. And this game 3 is pretty much has Albany in the driver's seat. And so if they finish this out, they will take a 2-1 lead in the series and be 1 game away from the finals. They're very intent on finishing this out properly. But this Boston team, they've had moments of brilliance all night. It's about time for another one. Are offsides dealt with automatically? Yes, they are. It's some sort of automated system that I think Migo Meepo and those guys made it. Yeah, because like you'll see the warning there, like, and then you have time to get your guys back over the line through that. But yeah, it's a neat little system. I mean, that's made by the players. That's not part of the original game. That's a very nice quality of life mod, along with many that the community has done. This version of the game has a lot of stuff that's just additions that people have added for tournament purposes and so forth over the years. So it has an active modding community, and we're looking to get them more involved. Oh, look at the one-time attempt there, as Lewis Friend and company are able to withstand the attack. 3 minutes remain as they've got the lead. As Boston trying to get something happening, never lucky. The shot on the save as Lewis Friend. It's a piece of that. So he's going to get involved in this one. There's the warning, and then there's you can see it on the screen there. So yeah, the way they've set it up is it works pretty well. Yeah, man, the game has changed a whole lot since the old days even. And the artist, the original artist who did this stuff, is working on new stuff. So is these graphics, I mean, he only had, a couple of days, it's kind of a game jam kind of thing. Not a game jam, but under game jam conditions. And Meat! Big individual effort. Frog will get the assist, his second, but Meat, his third goal. That's a hat trick. And he has single-handedly provided the push for Albany in this game 3 of the series. You want your star players to step up in the postseason, and he certainly has. And that's been the difference and the story of tonight's game. The good thing about it is that when this series continues, it'll be a whole nother night, and so you get a whole new chance to take a shot at it. And there's a shot that does not go, as Lewis Friend making the save once again. You can't say, is he going to get the shutout, because that would be a jinx. You don't want to do that. It's like talking about a no-hitter while there's a no-hitter. I've been to a no-hitter. And, I was with a girl that didn't know that you're not supposed to talk, because she's like, well, doesn't that mean that? And we're all just like, no, shut up. I mean, total strangers are like, no, don't say it. It's a superstitious thing, and hockey, too, is a very superstitious sport. But this one, pretty cut and dried. That shot will travel over the net. 21 seconds. It's pretty close to being ready to put in stone. And the only question is, will that be it? And yeah, it is. Yes, put it in stone. 3-0 Albany wins and makes it a 2-1 series to be continued on Thursday on this channel. We'll be here to cover it. And even though I don't know if they've, well, we're going to cover it. We'll have it all on here. We'll put them up on YouTube. And it's been a really cool league and a very heartening response that people are still interested in the game. People still want to play the game. And most importantly, people still want to support the game. We thank you all very much for that. And yeah, I'm going to, well, thank you, man. Thank you, Lewis. So I'm going to be directly involved in trying to make a cool future for the game. And, really no different than I've been doing this whole time. I mean, it's weird how many people said, they saw the game on one of these casts, and like somebody must have been watching, over the past 8 or 9 years that we've been doing it. And the people that work here don't as much anymore. We used to know all the people, and now we don't. And it's we'll do what we can with what we've got. We always have, but we thank you for continuing to support and follow. And we're going to have more announcements here in the weeks and months to come, not just about hockey, but about this channel, about stuff I'm doing. And the fact that anybody gives a shit is really cool, and I'm jazzed by that. So I'm gonna keep doing it. Thank you all for being here tonight and witnessing history once again. Another fine display. The channel is the YouTube is IBN Casting. If you just go to YouTube and type in IBN Casting, it's got all these games and many more. So hours and hours, in fact, of hockey over the years, international games. So the recent EHL games, you can see how good the Russians have gotten. And spoiler, they've gotten real good. So yes, IBN Casting. And we'll be keeping that site up and uploading more stuff to it and playing some more games on this channel too. They're not even hockey related. But yeah, I mean, things have been weird and it's been a real bummer, but we're going to keep things going here at the very least. So that's something. And we can only do that with your support. So I appreciate y'all. And we will see you next time on Thursday. As a matter of fact, we'll be here. Good night.